Hello guys, it's your favorite omnipotent entity Q back at it. And for this video, it was kind of a combination of several requests and my own curiosity. And that is if the Nymphojinn from HuniePop 2, if they invaded the Dragon Ball universe, let's say they're really pissed off, they want to just destroy as they do, could they destroy the whole Dragon Ball universe? Or, would the Dragon Ball's greatest warriors be able to defend them? And this will take in basically, mainly the future like Dragon Ball Z throughout Super. And I'm not using Heroes since Heroes is fucking stupid regardless. So let's dive in. Okay, so for this epic defense, I thought the best way to go about this would be to include the top 5 strongest beings, that were available inside of Dragon Ball, which would be chill defending it if such a catastrophic event was to occur. And so with that, I include the likes of Barris, Broly, Master Ultra Instinct Goku, Zeno, and your boy, Master Roshi. Yes, that is indeed true. Master Roshi in the scenario is the strongest. So yes, and with that, I will be doing a little analysis for each. Trying to go over their feats, speed, AP, durability, etc. for a little warm up. Same with the Nymphojinn, and then we will be doing a quick narrative battle to see how this would actually go. So let's just start off with Barris. So I'm gonna try to make these brief since we have a decent amount of cover. So to begin with Barris, one of the gods of destruction. Whis was talking here that if just two gods of destruction were to fight each other, it would mean that the destruction of not one but multiple universes would most likely occur. And then using that spicy scaling, you could see when Barris was, kind of getting jumped by several gods of destruction, he easily kind of just dives and ducks and just throws them around like clowns. So yeah, with relative ease. So you could probably already maybe say this is Universal Plus, still a little multiversal already. So yeah, that was pretty impressive. Next, what I thought was interesting with AP was one of his punches with Goku during the fight, possibly destroying the universe and reaching the Kaioshin realm. And then let's just throw in there his, battle with Super Saiyan God Goku when they was just kind of punching again and destroying the macrocosm. So yeah, they're kind of, same boat. So then you have Barris during his confrontation with Super Saiyan God Goku. Barris is duh, I use 1% of my power all the time, I'm so cool. But if he goes big mad and uses 100%, he can just easily wipe out all life in the universe, it seems, just with an energy blast. And then one other interesting feat I thought was just, how casually he just stopped Jobber, Vegeta, and Super Saiyan Blue form, just with putting his hand out. He proceeded just to, punch him away. And, obviously Barris has countless other feats, but a lot of them are just kind of usually planetary or maybe a little above dumb flexes. So I just wanted to keep kind of short with the bigger feats. So then let's move on to Broly. So to see how broken Broly is, we're going to be scaling him against Gogeta obviously in their fight. So Broly can basically take his punches, then just punch him through a dimension. And then when they clash, they broke another dimension, we all know. Broly can just vomit out waves of chi energy, which seems to shatter reality. He can also do it through his hands, obviously. He can dodge chi waves from Gogeta. He can tank huge charged punches from Gogeta, going full speed easily, alongside full charges of chi blast from Gogeta. So his durability, speed, and AP is pretty crazy. So to begin, Goku shook the entire world of Void, which was a realm of infinite size. Keep in mind this was just Ultra Instinct, and it was definitely one of his best feats, even over Master. So then he would basically just like easily block barrages of blasts from like Limit Breaker, Jiren, who's easily 40 at least, or dodge huge chi sprays. Then he blitzed Jiren with like a huge fat punch and then kind of like threw him around. I thought that was a pretty like cool ass shot, won't lie. Then like he kind of just like beats Jiren in like a rapid clash. He like puts some stamina there and like pushes him away. And then lastly, he basically just makes Jiren a like roasted kebab boy. So yeah, he's got some crazy Kamehameha shit. So now continuing with the second strongest defender for Dragon Ball. Yeah, that's right, second, not first, you'll see. That is, of course, Xeno. And in Dragon Ball Super, it was stated by Whis that Xeno was the head honcho of all of Dragon Ball. That he's the greatest in existence and that there's none above him. He's basically supported like by basic implications that he's obviously far superior to everyone he rules over with the second scan. In one instance, Beerus says he can basically just like wipe out a universe with a blink. Same thing if you get him angry, like no shit. Despite his unmatched power, he can be tame and like relate to others. Like he's not too like ignorant, and at times though he can be like a grudge-filled bitch boy, canceling a tournament for a hide and seek alternative. So he can kind of be unstable, but he's no laughing matter, and easily multiversal. Okay, and for the greatest chance Dragon Ball has in their defenders, that is Master Roshi, above Xeno. Now, no could be like, Xeno, though, his powers just trample everyone else. Yes, congrats, you have a brain cell. I'm thinking through this through a different lens. You see, the Nymphojinn don't want to fight through hand-to-hand combat. They want the D, through any measures, and they're freaky. And Roshi is their secret weapon, through like his sexual drive and reverted nature. So he can pull some shit possibly. We shall see. But disclaimer, I obviously don't condone any of the shit we're about to cover. This is like the most controversial stuff in Dragon Ball. And if you do this stuff, yeah, be ready for the suing and shackles. So yeah, let's start this. Okay, to start with measuring his sexual drive and perverted nature and chance to confront the Nymphojinn, we should start with times of immediate life-threatening crisis, like when he was crashing. He literally just takes this as a sexual thirst, as like an opportunity to fondle the superior Android 18. And even like when called out, he literally just stares at her and like gropes her boob. No shit's given. And is like chill getting his neck snapped. He's like, oh boy, I got this still. I'm okay getting my neck snapped. On to the next time. So he can basically like bypass normal senses through his sexual stealth drive. This was seen where it was like literally unknown where he went to Goku and Krillin, and Launch didn't feel shit when he literally tugged down there with his chopsticks somehow. So he's a ninja now. Roshi, like, literally has crafted new moves based on his perverted nature, which aid him in his struggles. This could be shown, like, by easily restraining Chi-Chi, who was going through, like, full Kaioken. And in this case, he uses his signature Paifu to aid him, which is, like, his fondling. Okay, so next, he's kind of like a prep master when it comes to this sort of stuff. Like, once he makes a deal to borrow Bulma's microband watch. Also, by the way, rip Bulma. Like, it's so fucked, like, reading this. Like, God, she gets wrecked by Roshi. So basically, like, he just offers her a bunch of, like, iced coffee and water he gets so he can get, like, a good view in time. He's always 2 steps ahead of Goku and Bulma, who were literally oblivious to him doing, like, everything the whole time. To be fair, Goku's a dumbass, but Bulma isn't, and it's still pretty impressive for an old guy. So this could be a big if true moment for Roshi's potential. His sex drive and kink level can possibly match whoever he sees he's with. In this case, it was when he was supposed to touch Bulma for a deal, but instead she forces Oolong to transform and get kinky AF, because obviously of his dislike towards Roshi. Basically, he wanted Roshi to fuck a pig, and that's an L in my book, in anyone's book. Rip. So when Goku was given the Nimbus Cloud by the turtle, Roshi is seen here being a huge jobber with like a fat fail trying to ride it. And he gets Bulma's attention of wanting a Dragon Ball gift too. Roshi takes this opportunity, striking a deal with Bulma, Rip Bulma, which she like impulsively complies with, which is dealing with her taking her panties off. Dude has a thing for collecting panties. Connection to HuniePop protagonist much? So for one final showing for Roshi, we had the time Krillin called for Roshi and Bulma to help Yamcha, who was getting his ass kicked in a tournament against an invisible goon. Through Roshi's like insane built-up sex drive, he was able to spot the invisible dude via nut blood. Once he saw Bulma's rack, Rip Bulma, you can say like Roshi tackling missions involving increasing sexuality, power him up accordingly until he gets his mission done. Okay, and then just to finish off kind of the power analysis of each character before going into the battle, we of course have the Nymphojinn themselves. So basically whenever they get periods, they get tilted enough to demolish just endless galaxies. It was stated like if they didn't get a bone for enough time, their increasing lust could threaten the entire universe. The only way to like triumph over the Nymphojinn is to find one worthy of mastering the wide array of sexual emotions. This could be pure passion, sexuality, flirtation, talent, joy, romance, and sentiment. You must master all of them to even stand a chance. They require all of them in abundance. Q states the Nymphojinn are far stronger than anyone power-wise he's faced prior. This is a huge buff to them, seeing how the protagonist has banged Venus quite handedly, where everyone else had failed prior. Keep in mind Venus holds control over the godly Sky Garden realm. That's what was implied. It could be a possible dimension of pure love. There is also a spirit dimension, which Zoe mentions. I forgot to mention that in my kind of verse scaling vid. Go check that out, though. It's more in depth. But apparently they're all fodder to the Nymphojinn and vastly above Q. And they're pure lust. They're made of like emotions. And remember Q being fodder, she's still bare minimum multiversal with her existence and power in Honeycamp Studio. In relation to HuniePop, she's the only other character besides the protagonist to be in each that is canon. And basically, she's shown as fodder in the scan, obviously, and ditches once they command her to. Yeah, just watch the verse again if you want to know about the details. Off Q scaling, however, being able to reach the power level of Venus, or possibly beyond, with experience and training, and multiversal plus possibilities, is a probable outcome. And with every being in HuniePop, Corpse, and Venus in the Sky Garden, like, and Q, etc., the Nymphojinn are vastly superior to all of them. You could at least say that they could reach like low complex multiversal off their vast kind of superiority. And they haven't even been shown to have a power limit in the slightest. So, in conclusion, now to discuss the confrontation. Would Dragon Ball's mightiest defenders find themselves victorious, or would Dragon Ball as a whole be engulfed in a void of pure destructive lust? So, I made a little narrative battle on how I think the scenario would go. So, I think we should get that going, and then I will explain the outcome briefly afterwards. So basically, Mighty Goku would be first when spotting them, trying to defend. He'd basically just try what has worked for him since he's grown into the monster that he is, trying to speed blitz and get physical. Once punching them, the Nymphojinn say, yeah, We do want to get physical, just not in that sense. We don't care about the fist or a foot. Only a D would cause any effect. Keep in mind, not only are the Nymphojinn at least high multiversal, which is really stretching Dragon Ball as is, but are literally desires incarnate. They are entities formed out of pure lust. Goku grows confused. His attacks are fruitless, and any Kamehameha wave deflects with ease. In an utter state of shock of his helplessness, he gets bitch-slapped to the side, now floating like a jobber, as the Nymphojinn then move ever closer to the Dragon World. As this tragic defeat endured, Broly, taking a nice tan on the surface, bathed in the tears of Hulk incel fans after his death battle victory. He spots two sets of star-sized tits and grows ever more confused. He soon shoots up into the depths of space, where he sees one of the Nymphojinn pass by a KO'd Goku. He grows angry. You don't hurt Broly's friends. Enraged, he charges towards the duo, blasting endless chi balls in the process. They bounce off like rubber. Broly has shattered dimensions with this punch. Soon he would shatter this weird-ass bitch. His blast of a punch lands on June's cheek. She stands still as her anger grows. Punching a Nymphojinn on their period? Such a foolish termite. Where's the D? As she rubs her cheek, Moxie bitch-slaps Broly into a state of unconsciousness as he floats in space helplessly. They move ever closer. Beerus senses a disturbance, an intimate source of destruction. No, he wanted to flex and destroy this world with a tap. Who are these clowns trying to take his space? He bolts between the two. Now, I don't give a shit what happens to Goku or Broly, but if you don't take my mantle as the only non-fodder god of destruction, fuck off or get fucked. They stand unimpressed. Yes, we do wish to get fucked. Just not by a naked-ass alley cat in cheap fashion reeking of fatty dairy treats. He scowls. You're finished. At unseeable speed, he arrives at Moxie's neck, to which he performs at a Hakai. Your finger's in the wrong spot, just by a couple 100 feet up, you mole rat. Or are you not trying to please? Beerus falls back in shock. This is impossible. What are you? We were the last opportunity you had to saving your petty universe. Now be gone. Overflown with emotions, Beerus freezes as he sees June's backhand, sent his ass floating KO'd, knocking into Goku. The Nymphojinn grow ever more impatient. Destruction looms as their anger grows. In a beam of light carries a small figure, a speck resembling a trippy-ass alien child. Hi, I'm Zeno. Please leave this place. The Nymphojinn look at each other, and then back. Even beings of our sexual caliber don't stoop to such levels. Chris Hansen is too dangerous. How about you fuck off or die? Zeno blinks as he holds his dumb smile. Okay, but don't say I didn't warn you. Holding his hands up, a blast ripples through the cosmos as the sound of shattered dimensions engulfs them, pushing the two back. Well, back about 2 feet. You fool. We may not have the belt, but the hand is a close second. Get over here, child. In a state of pure denial, seen as the most powerful being throughout the verse, now all but a show, soon loses grips as the sheet of black covers him, KO'd with the jobbers floating through space. As June charged her fiery embers, while Moxie winded up the foul storms, their intertwining blasts being but another of the many failing to cure such insatiable lust. Seconds before such a cataclysmic event, an old-ass voice filled with overwhelming sexual desire and perversion echoes in their ears. Turning, they see a hobo. Hey girls, my friends call me Master, but you fine ones can call me Roshi. Repulsiveness envelops their voices, as you must ask how such an old runt can carry such sexual drive. How do you possess such potential, you petty, ugly, helpless old mortal? He smiles. Oh, I've done things I almost regret. Almost. Now I've sensed you need such a sexual urge is satisfied. Let's get this going. In awe, they watch as such a man begins to match these emotions where need be. He satisfies their romance, their sexuality, their talent of teaching, their flirtation. In a state of worry, they invoke it. Mind control. It seems like mere moments before Roshi was about to pop the nut of all nuts to save humanity, now only thwarted to see a mind hack's Broly, Goku, Barris, and Zeno stand above him, bloodlusted. Roshi drops a stick. Well, fuck me. As Roshi gets beaten to bits, the only chance Dragon Ball had to one sex-driven monster enough to have a chance to satisfy such Nymphojinn, just now but a bloody corpse. The Nymphojinn grow angry with this verse. They shatter world by world. This Dragon Ball universe is petty. It's weak. No sexual desires can be met. And with this, in one final blast before leaving, the destruction of Dragon Ball universe is left in their wake. So yes, that is how I see this confrontation going down. I do believe the Nymphojinn could solo and destroy the Dragon Ball universe, excluding Heroes, as I said earlier, since Heroes in any aspect is stupid. I just see... So why is this? First off, I just see that HuniePop scales higher, in my opinion. I don't want any like salty DB weebs coming at me, all entitled to their own opinions. But like with Zeno, like just the most powerful being, supposedly, like his best feats just being like wiping out several universes. Okay, so you get in leagues of multiversal. Q is literally multiversal, whether you want to deny it. And it just multiple characters scale exponentially above her. So, and they don't have limits. And I think Roshi actually could have a chance if he didn't get fucked by everyone else. He had what he needed. He had the sexuality. He had the talent from teaching. I think he might have had good flirtation when he wasn't such a old creep. So I think he actually could have done it, but I just think the mind control aspect, which turns anyone who has any relationship with you or connection just go against you, that fucked it all up for Dragon Ball. If that wasn't there, then Roshi could have been MVP, but sadly they turned against him, and yeah, just Nymphojinn too strong in another universe is just left in their wake. So thank you for watching, everyone. Don't know what I'll make next. Probably gonna take a break from HuniePop. And yeah, peace out.